So I don't know about you guys, but I still have to keep pinching myself just to believe that we're already in 2019.
When I was a boy.
So hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now it's very early in the morning here, so I apologise the lighting. Well, to be fair, it's not that bad. Normally when I get home from work, I'm filming videos in the evening. And the lighting is terrible, so this is actually quite good lighting. But it's a bit gloomy, so I apologise about that. But I really wanted to film this video. I've got a lot of stuff to do today, so I kind of had to cram it in the morning. But nevertheless, I've pulled out a few records here. I'm going to film the video. Very exciting one. Every year I have this tradition of doing my least to best albums of the year. Every single vinyl record that I bought that come out in that year. And then my anticipation video into what we can expect or what we hope to get in the upcoming year. Which is exactly what this video is. Now, obviously, I'll be doing the same over on my movie channel. For those of you who follow me on there. Movies are a lot more easy because they're a much bigger process to make over albums. So they obviously get announced. You can tell when a film's in development. And, you know, it's just so much more easy to tell the film. Albums, you know the ones that are coming in the first part of the year. Unfortunately, nothing's been announced yet that I'm going to buy. Other than one album. However, you've got to just speculate and hope. And pray. And dig deep down in your soul. But nevertheless, we're going to get started. These are some albums which I hope come out this year. Obviously, not all of them are going to come. I've tried to be realistic. Like, I could easily say Paul McCartney again. But let's face it, we're not going to get another Paul McCartney album this year. We just got Egypt Station. So, like, I'm trying to be realistic as well. But nevertheless, the one album that is coming out this year, I'll say, is by a blues artist called Joanne Shaw Taylor. She's done 3 albums. I've only got a last one so far because I heard it. I think it was, I saw her at Glastonbury, I think. And I thought she was sounding amazing, so I bought a new album. Well, I was new at the time. I think it was 2016, I think. Yeah, and her new album's coming out in February, so make sure you check that out, guys, because honestly, it's fantastic. It really is. So I'm very excited to get that. That's the only album that's been announced so far for 2019 that I'm going to get. The rest, let's just hope. So I've got a big stack of records here. These are all artists who released albums in around the 2016, 2017 period of time, and I think it's time that they done another album. And you know, a couple of these it's already highly speculated and rumoured anyway. So let's dig in. So the first one I'm going to talk about, I'm going to go pretty quick on these as well, is Blondie. Yeah, I'm a big Blondie fan. I quite enjoyed this album. It was pretty good. It wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good. It was a huge step up from their album that came before it, which was called where is it? Ghost something? Ghosts of Download, that's it. Terrible. So it was a big step up, which I was pleased about. But nevertheless, you see a lot of improvement on this album, and I can't wait to see what they've got next for us. I feel like there's going to be a lot of good stuff on another album from them, so I'm really hoping we get another one. Next one up, I think, is... I don't know if this is going to happen. I feel like it should, and I feel like people want it now more than ever. Lindsey Buckingham, of course, from Fleetwood Mac. You know, he's just been sacked from Fleetwood Mac. I think this is the perfect time for him to fire back. I mean, he released that box set, but put an album out as well. I really feel like he could do so well with another album right now. His albums never do super well, but I feel like the publicity he's been getting lately, he could really... This is the perfect time to release it. So, and again, this came out in, what, 2012, I think? Maybe even 2011. It's been a long time, Lindsay. It's been a long time. And his last album, well, we had the one with Christine McVie, but we'll ignore that one. This one, Seeds of Love, was great. So, really, really hoping we get another album from him. Next one up, I think, is kind of unlikely, but you never know. I think this is one of those ones. Kate Bush. Yeah, I'm a huge Kate Bush fan. I've just recently got all her records. Don't worry, guys. There is a video coming on her very soon, because I know I mentioned it, and a lot of people got excited. I'm like, yay, Kate Bush video. It's still coming. Don't worry. I just want to get this video out first. It'll probably be my next one, or the one after. But yeah, Kate Bush is fantastic. I love her. I love her so much. However, her last album, 50 Words for Snow, is the only album of hers I didn't enjoy. So it's a shame. I really don't want this to be her last album. And considering this came out in Oh, doesn't have the year on the back. Fantastic. I think this was also 2011. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, I'm sure someone's going to correct me in the comments. She is beyond overdue for another album, and I'm absolutely praying we get another one from her, because I'd really like to get another one. She's been pretty good lately. She done the tour a couple of years ago. She released a live box set of some of the recordings from that, and she's just reissued her albums. So she's getting back into it slowly, but I still say let's get a proper album. Okay, next one is also a bit unlikely, I think, but nevertheless I've chucked it in. It's Eric Clapton. Yep, I know he only put this out last year, his Happy Christmas album, but the reason I've chucked him in is because, number one, none of these are, I think 2 of them are original songs. Other than that, these are all covers, so you must have a little bit of a build-up now with new songs. Also, I don't think this album probably took too long to make. And these blues guys, Eric Clapton included, love turfing out albums. They literally chuck them out one a year. Look at Joe Bonamassa. And Eric Clapton has been in that state of mind before, where he's just literally chucked an album out for, like, boom, boom, boom. So I'm kind of hopeful we get another one, because I really don't want that to be his last album. Even I didn't dislike it, but I'd like a proper Clapton album for him to go out on. Next one up, I think, is pretty likely. I'm very hopeful. I think it'll be towards the back half of the year if we do get one. But that is Coldplay. Coldplay, yeah, this was 2015, I think. Yep, 2015. It's been a long time since we got a proper Coldplay album. They're still doing fantastic. They're still touring. They're still doing gigs. Chris Martin's still sounding fantastic. They released an EP about 2 years back, which I didn't like that much. And I thought this album was good, but I didn't think it was great. So I'm really hopeful we get another Coldplay album soon. This one, it was what it was. It was fun. It was innocent. It was probably the best modern chart-performing album we've had in a while. Or singles, sorry. Because, you know, obviously a lot of the artists I like still getting the charts with their albums. But yeah, I think it's time for another Coldplay album. I think most people will agree with me on that one. Next up is also very likely, there's a lot of rumours about this guy nearly finishing this album, or his new one. Jeff Lynne, of course, from the Electric Light Orchestra, now going as Jeff Lynne's Yellow. Look at this horrible back cover, but there he is, there's Jeff. Yes, this was his last album, also from 2015. This is Alone in the Universe, which was a pretty good album, a bit short, but I enjoyed it. Again, I think he said he was going to do another record very early on after the release of that album. And yeah, I mean, he wanted to concentrate on touring and whatnot, which is fine, because he was coming back. It was a huge comeback for him, that album. That year, 2015, was a big year for him. So he's back, and I think he's ready to do another one. It sounds like he is, at least. So we can hope. But I'm pretty confident that's one we will actually get. Next one up is the Foo Fighters, who I really enjoy. This is their last album, Gold and Concrete and Gold. Yeah, this was quite good. I didn't love it, but it was quite good. Again, I feel like they're just ready for another album now. They like to turf them out quite a lot as well. And I think that their albums are all kind of... They're good. I don't want to sound negative here, because I really do like them. But they're all kind of samey, so I feel like they could probably just go to the studio and go, bash, whack another one out quick. So yeah, I think I'm ready for another Foo Fighters album. Next one up, very highly unlikely. I mention this one every year. Billy Joel. Come on, Billy, get back in the studio, please, please. We all really want another album from you. This was his last album, believe it or not, from 1993, River of Dreams, and this was great, just like all of Billy Joel's albums. Great. I don't get why he stopped. It's not like, you know, anything's happened to him. He's still touring, still having a great time. Just give us another album, Billy, please. So next one up is potentially the one I want the most here to happen. Tom Chaplin, the lead singer from Keane. So yeah, there are rumours he's getting back with Keane. They had 4 albums, and he's had 2 solo albums. And for those of you who don't know him, you'll know him if you hear some of their songs. Just type in Keane on YouTube, and you know, you'll know a load of their stuff. A fantastic band. But he's had 2 incredible solo albums. His second one being a Christmas one, which was fantastic. I don't care if it's a Christmas album. I'll stick up for it till the day I die. It's a great album. I'll listen to it any time of year because it is that good. This came out in 2017. And I am so ready for another one. I think he's got the most amazing voice. He writes some of the most beautiful songs. Please, Tom Chaplin, I beg you. Next one up, The Lone Bellow. Now, they have just released an EP, which I should be getting in a couple of weeks. And I again, this was also in 2017. What a year 2017 was. And nearly all the albums here I'm showing are from 2017. Yeah, again, just feeling like I'm ready for more Lone Bellow. But then again, I haven't heard the EP yet. So maybe when I hear that, I'll be like, well, maybe an album isn't too likely. So I'm not sure about this one, if we're likely to get another Lone Bellow album. Because the EP is quite long. It's 8 songs, I believe. So it's nearly an album in itself. But hey-ho. It's I hope we get another album from them. I'm always up for more Lone Bellow stuff. I'm a big fan of them. I've bought all 3 of their albums. I bought their last live EP. Obviously, I'm getting their actual EP now. So, fantastic band. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. Next one up, bit of a goofy one, but hey-ho. We Brits love our goofy music. That's Madness. Love Madness. Top band. One of the best. Yeah, this was their last album from 2016, I believe. Yep, 2016. Can't Touch Us Now. This was great. This was a real return to form for them. Fantastic. This feels like late 70s, early 80s Madness. And I think they're probably going to keep that theme going now. And I really hope we get another one. They had a couple songs on this album which just done well in the charts even, like single charts. Fantastic for them. So I really think they should follow it up soon. It was a very, very enjoyable album, I must say. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the Gallagher brothers. So we've got Liam up first. Yeah, also 2017. This album done very, very well. Like, very well. For Liam. Compared to what the BDI albums did for him. And let's face it, this is an improvement over the BDI albums. It's not great, but it's an improvement. I think there's still room for improvement. And hopefully Liam will continue to improve. I'm always up for more Liam. He very much still sounds like Oasis, which is fine because we got Noel pushing and doing new things. Liam, you know what you're getting, and it's fine. I'm fine with that, to be honest. I'd always rather artists do new things, but to be honest, he creates such a cool sound. It's a complete throwback to the 90s. It's still a fun escape listen. But speaking of Noel Gallagher, of course, released his first solo album in 2017 as well, Who Built the Moon, which was fantastic. I can't tell you how much this album's grown on me over time. I think Noel has one of the best solo careers ever. Like, I know it's hard to say because he's only had 3 albums, but they've all been incredible, and I love all 3 of them so much. They've been great albums. There's rumours that Noel's in the studio anyway, so I think this is pretty likely. We'll get a follow-up to this year. I really hope we do. Noel Gallagher, he is always such a pleasure to listen to. This one might be pushing it a touch, maybe. I don't know. I think we're probably likely to get another album from this guy more in 2020. But hey, I'll hope for 2019. Sooner the better. That is Mr. Robert Plant. This was his last album, Carry Fire, from 2017, which got my album of the year. Considering how many albums I bought in 2017, that really is saying something. I thought this was a masterful album. Really was. His last 4 albums have all been just 4 or 5, to be honest. Just been absolute stealers. They've been fantastic. I think he's very comfortable going back in the studio still, and I think like a lot of people, I'm always up for more Robert Plant. He's fantastic. Okay, so this one here, this is I'm really not sure what's happening with this band, but I'm going to hold it up anyway. I'm going to talk about the Rolling Stones. This was their last album from 2016, Blue and Lonesome, which was a blues album, very unlike the Stones. They even had Eric Clapton performing on it. This was incredible. This was absolutely fantastic. It was their first album in quite some time. I forget how many years it was between this and the one that came prior to it. But I believe that they're probably going to want to work on a follow-up because this album done very well for them, as I say. I think it even hit #1. The vinyl was like sold out when I wanted to buy it because so many people were picking it up. So I'm very confident they're surely going to want to follow it up. The Stones, of course, seem more like a touring band nowadays. I'm not the biggest Stones fan, but I did enjoy that album so much. It really is one of their best albums, which is surprising because they've got such a deep catalogue to be putting one of their best albums out now. Next one up's a bit silly, but hey ho, I'm gonna show it anyway because I don't care. Ringo Starr. Yeah, I'm a Beatles fan, guys. Leave me alone. I can still ask for Ringo albums. This was his last album, Give More Love, which was okay. It wasn't bad. It's just kind of what you'd expect. But you know what? Buying Ringo albums is still fun. I don't care. He's fun, alright? So, I mean, every now and then, yeah, he chucks out some crap. But who doesn't, really? So, yeah, I hope we get another album from Ringo. I hope he does something a bit different this time, because the last 3 or 4 Ringo albums all kind of sounded the same. The last really unique one I thought was Why Not, which was 2009, I think. I've probably got it wrong. I'd like him to try something a bit different now. But hey-ho, I'm still hopeful. Ringo's fun. I mean, as I say, I don't think we're going to get a Paul album this year, so maybe it's the year of Ringo. Next one up, another album from 2017. This is The Stripes, which is a absolutely fantastic album to come out in 2017. This one here is called A Spitting Image. And this is just a fantastic, almost classic rock sounding album. It's just catchy. It's got a real 80s vibe. I love it. And I think, you know, I'd never heard anything about their albums that came prior to that, and I still haven't bothered to pick them up because I hear they're not great. That album done so well for them. I think, you know, it blew up here in the VC. A lot of people picked it up. And yeah, I think it's time for another one. Got to follow it up, guys. Got to keep the memento going. Right, I've got 2 more to show. Let's have a look. We got U2 here. I hear U2 are not in a fantastic place right now, but nevertheless, hey-ho, maybe an album could bring them back. This was their last album, Songs of Experience, which I didn't like that much. It was alright, it was alright. I preferred the album that came before this, which I thought was really good. They just buggered it up and released it on iTunes, and everyone had the hump. But, it's, yeah, I would like to see another album from them. I like them to follow it. I don't want that to be their last album either. Anyway. Last one up, I'm going to hold up an album from 2018 here, again like Eric Clapton, but I feel like this man here just chucks so much stuff out, we can trust in it, we can trust in him. Mr. Paul Weller, he released 2 records in 2017, 3 actually, he was a part of a band as well, I believe. 2018, he released just this one, I think, but he worked on a lot of other projects. This man is busy, he's busy, he's like the classic rock version of Joe Bonamassa, where they're just consistent, just working. I love it. I respect it so much. And you know what? I'd be annoyed if their stuff wasn't great quality. But like Joe Bonamassa, Paul Weller is putting out this amazing quality stuff, guys. Honestly, it's fantastic. Kind of Revolution was great. His last album, that one, was also fantastic. So yeah, Paul Weller announced something. All over it. I'll be all over it. But nevertheless, they're the albums I'm hoping we're going to get this year. As I say, I've already got one on pre-order, Joanne Shaw Taylor. Make sure you check out her new album. Pick it up, guys. It'll be good. It's cheap as well. It's like literally £12, £13. Maybe give it a go. I think it'd be cool to see her getting some recognition. She's fantastic. Very good. Very. I think a lot of people who visit my channel would like her. And anyway, we can only hope on the rest of them and pray and dig deep down. But nevertheless, that is it for this video, guys. Woo. There we go. My little marathon of my the albums of the year, records I bought in the year, and what's to come next year. Done. Now I can move on and do maybe my Kate Bush video next, which I know a few people are looking forward to. But nevertheless, that is it for this video, guys. As always, I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you all next time for another video. Bye-bye.